My dear students, one of the very important topics in magnetic effects of current is the forces exerted on a charge by magnetic and electric fields. Here in the beginning of this video, we will be studying force on a moving charge due to a magnetic field. Let us suppose we have a charge Q moving with velocity v in a uniform magnetic field of intensity B as shown. The experiments performed by Lorentz led him to these results. The force is directly proportional to the magnitude of charge, the speed, the intensity of the magnetic field, and sine theta, where theta is the angle between the velocity vector and the magnetic field. Combining the factors, we get F proportional to Q V B sine theta. In SI units, the constant of proportionality happens to be 1. So we get F is equal to Q V B sine theta in SI system of units. Vectorially speaking, the force vector F is Q V cross B. There are a few important conclusions which we get from this result. 1. The force is 0 when V is 0, that is the charge is stationary. The force is 0 when theta is 0, that is when the charge moves parallel to the field. Or 180 degree, theta 180 degree, that is the charge moves anti-parallel to the field. If field is upward and the charge moves downward, again the force exerted will be 0. The force is maximum when theta is 90 degree, because in that case sine 90 will be 1 and the maximum force will be QVB. The direction of the force is given by right hand rule applied to V cross B. Example here, if you curl your fingers from V to B, fingers of the right hand from V to B, the thumb will point out of the board here. So the direction of force in this diagram is given by right hand rule and it is out of the plane of the board or plane of the figure. Another important thing which we have inherent in the cross product, the force vector will be perpendicular to velocity vector and it will also be perpendicular to magnetic field vector. The Lorentz force, magnetic force as we call it, leads us to the definition of magnetic field. As you can see, this relation you can rewrite as B is equal to F over QV sine theta. If Q is 1 coulomb, V is 1 meter per second and theta is 90 degree, you get B equal to F. So the magnetic field intensity may be numerically defined as equal to the force on a 1 coulomb charge moving at 1 meter per second at right angles to the magnetic field. You can also define the SI unit of magnetic field intensity from this relation. The SI unit is 1 Tesla, which will be 1 Newton over 1 coulomb 1 meter per second when theta is 90 degree. So here let's see, when F is 1 Newton, Q is 1 coulomb, V is 1 meter per second and theta is 90, the field intensity is said to be 1 Tesla. Hence 1 Tesla is intensity of the uniform magnetic field which exerts a force of 1 Newton on a 1 coulomb charge moving perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field at 1 meter per second. Now, after defining the magnetic field intensity and its SI units, let's now get the final expression for Lorentz force. The force of electric and magnetic field on a charge, these are called Lorentz forces. So Lorentz force is consisting of two components, the electric field force given by Q into E. It's along the direction of applied electric field on a positive charge and against the direction of applied electric field on a negative charge. For example, the protons will experience an electric field force in the direction of the field, whereas electrons, being negatively charged, they will experience a force against the direction of the applied field. The other component of Lorentz force is the magnetic force, the force experienced by a charge as it moves in the magnetic field, and is given by Q into V cross B. Remember, the electric field can exert force on stationary as well as moving charge, whereas magnetic field can exert force only on a moving charge. The stationary charge does not experience any force in the magnetic field. A net Lorentz force is given by F electric plus F magnetic, the vector sum of the two, that is Q into E plus V cross B. Let's now proceed further and see how does a charge moving in magnetic field behave, and what is the work done by a magnetic field on a moving charge. We know if a charge Q is moving in magnetic field, it experiences a force given by Q V cross B, where by right hand rule applied to V cross B, F is perpendicular to V and F is perpendicular to B. In order to get the work by the magnetic field on the moving charge, let's see. Work done by the force on a moving charge over a small displacement ds is given by dw equal to F dot ds. Now this ds, the displacement, can be written as V dot dt, where V is velocity vector. From this information, F perpendicular to V, the angle between F and V vectors is 90 degree. So the work is Fv cos theta or cos 90 into dt, and since cos 90 is 0, the work done by the magnetic Lorentz force or by the magnetic field on a moving charge is always 0. The force applied by a magnetic field can only push a particle sideways, that is, it can exert only a sideways push on the particle. It can only deflect it from its path. It cannot speed up or retard the particle. So for a particle moving in magnetic field, the speed always remains same, the velocity changes due to a change in direction. The kinetic energy of charge therefore will always remain unaffected in a magnetic field. So if you want to speed up a particle or retard a particle, you need electric force or electric field. If you want to deflect a particle sideways without changing its speed, you have to apply a magnetic field on the particle.